Hey guys, I'm Michael. This is the RX250. Welcome to the Ohm Age.
Alright people, this is the Reuleaux Rx200 by Wismec. A little bit of box porn for you here, I guess. Cardboard box, a little bit of texturing, a whole lot of branding. On the back we have a little scratch sticker that lets us know if this is an authentic or not. Now this says black or white. This was the original release and it only came in the two colors. However, now they did a re-release and now there's a whole slew of colors that you can choose from. This is marked white, but I actually ordered this a while back. It's a special edition. Oh, look at that. Yes, doesn't that just scream Stormtrooper to everybody? I love that so much. First thing we get in the box is a little battery warning card, just saying use common sense, a little bit of battery safety. Don't use batteries that have torn battery wraps. Don't use dented batteries. Don't use batteries that have holes in them. They wouldn't have to put these cards in the boxes if there weren't a few people out there still doing this stuff wrong. So down here in the very bottom of the box, we'll go ahead and pull this stuff out. We get a very small quick guide. And it's written in like 4 languages. It's only 3 or 4 pages long in each language there. So not a whole lot of information to be had. I'll walk you through everything on this device. Now we have a data cable. This also works as a charging cable. We'll get there in a second. But this is primarily how you're going to get your firmware upgrades onto the device. I'll throw all this stuff aside, get it off the desk here. And we have the Reuleaux Rx200. Now this is a Jabo design. And Jabo is the guy that gave us the Tobe Addy way back in the day. He also gave us the Noisy Cricket last year and the Indestructible. He's got the Theorem coming out this year. I mean, the guy is just, he's awesome to vaping. Love this guy so much. We have Wismec doing the manufacturing here, and Joytech doing the board. Now, Wismec is a subsidiary company to Joytech. They're their parent company, and all 3 of these companies are known for quality, every one of them. Wismec has really become known for quality product and just really low prices, and that's not a Wismec plug. I really like their stuff. So we have a triple 18650 variable wattage device running the RX200 chip by Joytech. Originally, this put out 200 watts, but with the new firmware upgrade 3.10, now it puts out 250 watts. Now, the triple 18650 is going to give you a lot of power, and it's going to give it a really long battery life. So you're going to be able to run this. I run this for 1.5 days to maybe 2 days. Doing some pretty serious vaping, I guess. Doing, testing and whatnot. Now, normal vapor, I know some people that have this mod that say that it's lasted them a week off a single charge. So, I mean, you're going to get a lot of battery life out of this. We come with a really nice paint job here. This is a pearlescent type white and matte black. It's all a matte finish. The paint is fantastic. I mean, no scratching, no scuffing. I'm extremely rough on mods and atomizers. I scratch them up, I ding them up, but this, I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. The fitment is perfect on here. I've dropped this thing on concrete from, maybe about 4 feet, and no scratches or dents whatsoever out of this. I've screwed on atomizers over and over and over again, and no scratching up here at the top. I mean, just unreal. Now, this is an all aluminum body on here, so it does have some weight on it. Without batteries, we're looking at 6.5 ounces, and with batteries installed, we're looking at around 11.25 ounces. Ergonomics on this, I like. We're going to have a really nice fit into the hand here. Either way that you hold this device is comfortable to use. It's not, I've got big hands, but, you know, I don't think that this is an oversized device at all. For a 188-650, this is a good size. It's ergonomic, and it's got a nice weight to it. I like the weight. The weight doesn't really bother me. It doesn't feel cheap the heavier it is for some reason. So some protection features we have on here. We have low resistance, short circuit, low voltage, a 10-second cutoff time. So if it's firing for over 10 seconds, it'll stop itself. So you don't have to worry about your cotton catching on fire or anything like that. Reverse polarity protection and on-off capable. The only thing that this mod is lacking is a lock feature, to be honest. 510 threading up top. It's going to look really good with any of your 22 millimeter atomizers, as well as a 24 millimeter atomizer. This has got the space on it that it's not gonna have a gap whenever you screw on a 24 millimeter atomizer. And a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and just screw on the Kennedy 24 here. I have that right here on the desk. And you see there's no gaps at all. It doesn't hang over the side of the mod any. It's just, it looks really great on here. And then, you know, of course, with the black and white, it looks even better. We're going to have 1 to 250 watts out of this. Temperature control on this as well. And with the temperature control, the ohm out is about 0.05 to 1.0 ohms, and variable wattage is going to be 0.1 ohm to 3.5 ohm. Now, the temperature control range is going to range anywhere from 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, or 100 to 300 degrees Celsius for our friends across the pond there. Dimensions here: 84 millimeters tall, 40 millimeters in width, and then 50 millimeters in depth. It has a 0.69 OLED screen. We have the micro USB port. This does have the balance charger. However, it takes forever to charge through the cable. So I would suggest just, you know, throw the batteries on the battery charger overnight and do it that way. And you will want to make sure that you marry up 3 fresh batteries with this mod, because you want these to charge at the same rate and discharge at the same rate. 3-button interface. We have fire button, down and up. Magnetic battery cover here is really good fitment. Has 4 neodymium magnets on the door and 4 neodymium magnets on the inside of the device, and also a metal door there. You just need to note that. Now, on the battery sled, you'll notice it is marked for the back batteries to go negative up, and we'll just slide those in negative first, because this is a spring-loaded battery pin there. So on the front, we're going to do positive up as indicated there. Go ahead and slide those batteries in and throw this on. Now, 5 clicks on and off. We're going to start in the off position so I can show you a few things here. Now, if you hold the up and down arrow at the same time for 5 seconds with the power off, it's going to flip the screen for you. So it flips the orientation of that OLED screen. And that's a really nice bright display in my opinion. Also, while we have it off, we can hold the fire button and the down button at the same time, and that's going to give us a voltage readout after 5 seconds of our batteries. It's going to show us the voltage of each one of those batteries, so we can make sure that we're all, you know, on the same page. And it looks like I'm pretty close with all 3 batteries here: 4.10, 4.18, and 4.08. So pretty close. I'm not real sure how accurate that is, but it seems to be fairly accurate. We've got good battery venting on this mod. We've got it on the sides here and on the bottom, and also right around these edges we'll let off a little bit of that battery venting if that ever happened. The 510 threads up here are very, very smooth. And everything that I've screwed on here works. That spring-loaded 510 pin up here is just as smooth as butter. It seems like the travel's really good. Doesn't have a hard stop. So I can rotate that around and get a perfect fitment every time out of any of my devices. Now we'll go ahead and turn this guy on. It's 5 clicks to turn on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to stay in wattage mode for just a minute. So now wattage mode, it will go from 1 all the way up to 250 watts. We have a ohm readout here on the top and voltage on the bottom there. Fires up just perfect every time. Not a whole lot of ramp up time at all. And of course, the higher we go, the less ramp up time it's going to have. So we'll go over here. We'll go over 150 real quick. I mean, it's just that quick. Very good. Very good stuff. And you see once you get over 100 watts, then it'll start going into this point system. So 158.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.67. It'll go into fractions there. We'll turn this guy back down. And we'll go into the menu system. To get into the menu, we're going to click the fire button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it gives us the menu system. Now, we'll cruise through the menu with the up-down keys. So we'll say, let's go to the temperature control. So temperature control, nickel, titanium, and stainless steel. And then you also have these, the M1, M2, and M3. Those are your temperature coefficient. And I'll show you how to set those up later on. But we'll say temperature is nichrome, and this is how you're going to adjust that. You go into the nichrome, and let's say it starts you off in Celsius, and you start to panic, and you say, I don't know what Celsius is. Well, that's okay. You can just go up or down. It's just going to go up to the end of that band, and then one more click will put you back into Fahrenheit. So you can do it that way. Now, you'll notice here on my ohm reading, it's got a little lock key. And how you're going to do that is you're going to hold the up key and the fire button at the same time to go ahead and lock your resistance in. And then you're good to go. Fires right up. Now, we'll go back into wattage mode. And I'll get this guy back up to about 88 gigawatts. We'll just do that. All right, so to lock this guy down, you're going to hold the up and down at the same time, and it gives you your lock feature. And that's unlocked. And this is locked. See, it doesn't lock itself out. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is. But it just locks the device down so you can't change the wattage, you know, because I'm worried about bumping the wattage up in my pocket and not, firing it in my pocket. But hey, it is what it is. Now, with the internal charging, something to note really quickly on that while I get some more juice here to fill up that Kennedy. Something real quick to note. I mean, I've left that on the charger for more than 12 hours before, and still not been fully charged. So the battery indicator from time to time on this mod will start flashing by itself. It's not doing it this time. It was doing it early today, to where this will just start, randomly start flashing like it's charging, but it's not. So it is something to note. There are some bugs in the firmware every now and then. Don't get discouraged. It's still a really good mod. And I think that's really all that I can tell you about this mod. Let me double check my notes here. Firmware upgrades are easy. You just get them from Wismec's website. You can go on wismec.com and download the file for Mac or for PC, and it has instructions on how to do that. Now I'm going to take you into the temperature coefficient really quickly. I'm going to turn the mod off, and we're going to hold down the up and the power at the same time. And that's going to take us into our temperature coefficient. And we can select through M1, M2, or M3. If we go to M1, we'll click the fire button, and then we can set our temperature coefficient through here. Temperature coefficient is becoming a whole thing of its own. It's a really good thing to have, in my opinion. You can set your temperature coefficient, which will actually move the ohm resistance for you as you're vaping, and the battery is, or the ohms are changing because of the heat. It will keep it at a steady temperature based on the ohms. So if you're into that sort of thing, if you want to geek out a little bit, there is some material that you can download online. It explains all about temperature coefficient and how to use it. It's just not my jam. I like it, but I'm more of a just throw it in wattage kind of guy and go. Well, we're gonna go up top and we'll vape on this, and I will give you some of my thoughts on this product. So stay tuned here.
All right, guys, you just watched the up close of the RX200 by Jabo and Wismec. So my final thoughts on this. What do I think personally? I love this device, man. I really do. This is one of the smartest purchases that I've done in a long time. And I've had this for a while, and it's a go-to for me. Okay? I mean, so how much is it? How much is it going to cost you? I checked Vapor DNA, $60. $60 will get you a 250 watt device. Okay? I mean, the ergonomics are great. Nice clicky button. We have almost no ramp up time. That's awesome. Let me have a toke. Triple 18650 batteries. The battery life on this guy alone is worth the cost of admission. Okay? I know that I can, grab this if I'm going out of the house for the day. I can grab this if I'm going to go out for the evening as well. So if I'm hanging out with friends or something like that, I've got a really long car ride, I grab this because I know with the triple 18650s, I don't have to worry about bringing extra batteries, bringing a charger. I can just grab this and head out. Grab this bottle of juice, I'm out the door. All aluminum construction, ergonomics are great. I love it. I think it's one of the best devices that I've ever had, to be honest. So if the ergonomics, the fit, finish, and colors look good to you, go pick one up. I know you have an atomizer who's going to look awesome on this. Everything fits on there perfectly. I have no issues with it. If I have to pick out a con, I'm going to say, sometimes the firmware can be a little bit wonky. Every now and then I'll get the battery indicator up here saying that it's charging whenever I'm just, vaping on it. But other than that, it's a really mild irritation. It's nothing that hinders the performance of the mod. There's no quality issues. The fit on it's perfect. I love it. If you think that is appealing to you, if you find this device appealing, the size and weight is not a concern to you, and you want the battery life, you want the added power of triple 18650s, go for it. Go buy it. Go get it right now. Now, I spent my own money on this, of course. I don't get anything in for review all that often. I may borrow something, somebody may donate something to me, but I purchased this myself. And would I buy it again? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. In fact, after this video, I think I might go ahead and purchase the black and red version of this, you know, because that one really appeals to me. And I like I really like the coloration. I know it's a good device. So I think I'm going to go order that right now. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you picked this one up. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments below. And, you know, let me say this. Let's be the generation that stops big tobacco. Let's be the generation that ends smoking. Not just for us, but for our kids too. Let's choose this instead. Okay? You are the young age. See you.